Hey, this is Cameron, and welcome to the reaction log. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Alright, we got a special spicy one here today, and of course, friend of the channel, featured once again, because it's the end of the month, rent is due. Marcin, how's it going, man? I know you're watching right now. I'm just kidding, I'm sure you don't care. I'd watch if I were you personally, and I was about to say, like, oh, it's because I'm a narcissist. I'm sure you are a little bit too, though, come on now. Listen, there have been some things that I want to address. I've actually wanted to address this with Marcin for a while, and Davey504 just happened to post this new parody video parodying Marcin's newest video. Whoa! And I've looked at the comments through this, and a lot of people have mentioned sore hands and they want a reaction. I don't know if I'm gonna do like a full reaction to it, because I think Davey kind of has it covered on this one, but I'm sure I can make some comments somewhere. And then we're gonna go to Marcin's channel, because there's something that I want to show you that's sort of in the realm of like all the fake guitar miming stuff going on, and I think that'll be fun. So, who am I, and why do I care about this? Well, I am a classical guitarist here on YouTube, and you know who else is? Marcin is a classical guitarist here on YouTube. And what that means is that I kind of feel one solidarity with him. And I feel that because Marcin started the righteous path, and then he went off and got famous for something else, and has essentially sacrificed the music that he could have played to play like whatever that is, and I guess for fame and money and all that. You can argue that I've done the same thing, where I just talk instead of play guitar, but at least I didn't have to sacrifice my music. And by the way, I know that there's that video of Marcin playing Paganini when he was like 16. That is not an example of what Marcin could have become if he had stuck with it for another like 10 years and has been practicing classical all the way to this point. Imagine what his career could have been. Imagine all the subscribers, 100 million subscribers. Why not? I know, I recognize that Marcin made the right career move, but it is sad to see the world deprived of what could have been. But you know, it's fine. Hey, Davey's here. First off, it looks like there's like an artifact on the neck there. He's either doing that as a joke to make it look like AI, which is funny in context here, or he just had to make the neck smaller to make it comfortably fit in frame, which is actually a very classical problem that I'm sure Brandon Aker has to deal with when he's trying to frame his Theorbo into the thumbnail. Whoa, look at all that sheet music behind you too. You're gonna be reading that for us. I didn't know they taught you how to read sheet music at your Guitar Center bass lessons. Boom! Alright. Hey, the elitism's coming out today. Sorry, I can't contain it anymore. I've been trying this whole time. Hey, let's prove that Davey504 isn't fake and take a look at what he's got for us, shall we? Whoa, maybe he didn't make the neck smaller. That's a tiny little guitar there. If I didn't know any better, I'd think that you're a classical guitarist here on YouTube too.
So, after a decade of making videos, I realized that...
Well, you know what? I appreciate that he put the music in bass clef, which is appropriate. It's completely wrong, which I was gonna make a comment about how the rhythm durations were like not right, but I think that might be on purpose. Let me go ahead and play for you what that is. I can't believe you're making me read bass clef right now. I like it.
No matter what I do, everyone thinks I'm fake.
Hey, you know what? Everybody thinks I'm fake too. Not my playing. That's like obviously real. I think they're referring more to my personality and the things that I say to you all the time.
I'm playing the bass with my left hand, and my right hand is free.
What are you gonna do with that right hand, Davey? I feel like I've seen this before.
To complete the rhythm section is use my...
Dude, who's the luthier who made your bass? A something junior bass? I don't know, maybe it's about time for a full-size bass. I'd ask your luthier about that.
right hand like this. But all of my fingers are free.
You know, seeing this ironic version of this video, this is kind of the tone, I feel, of the original video. Marcin releasing that first one was such an excellent business strategy for him. Like, it's so ridiculous, right? Oh, man.
So I'm gonna add slap.
Alright, let's go ahead and skip to the part that we all want to see. How's the melody sounding?
The most memorable part. The bass.
Excellent melody, right? It's ideal for the melody of your song to sound like you're in a Disney movie and there's a bunch of mice in your kitchen clattering silverware and pressing the buttons on your microwave together. That is the sound.
Here it is. So let me add some bass again. Now.
Nice, very nice. This video has not been edited at all. Thank you. We all know It was very obvious. One take, bro. Also, Davey, in a week or so, I think it might be cool to release an actual raw version of this from a hotel room. Be sure to make it like way worse and way sloppier. So it doesn't really prove anything. Make the melody like a quarter of what you're actually hearing here. Hey, looks like Marcin actually commented on this one. Yes, I am convinced, Davey. What's next? Marcin's like, can we please move on from this? Oh, Marcin fanbase is showing up. Marcin fanbase, I have a real relationship with them. I think they've been around since the first Marcin video that I posted. They're some of the most indefatigable, tireless fans of Marcin that you will ever come across. Fans of anything. And you know, nothing but love for them, of course. But man, just to address it, if anybody ever wants to make a Sore Hands fan base, don't do that. And what you should do is just make a channel about you. You know, no reason to make a channel about other people, because it's a little strange. They just can't stop defending Marcin. Next is the most unserious Marcin x Davey collab for the sake of music universe. Laughy emoji. Let's just break down some of this. So, the most unserious Marcin x Davey. I think they're saying that because they're not treating Davey as like a real adversary to Marcin. And also, like, to them, if there is any collab, or I'd imagine like a duel, Marcin has to be the clear winner. So that's why it would be unserious, right? I see what you're doing there, Marcin fanbase. I might just be projecting things onto them. Oh, another comment on this video. I love how you add another finger to your thumbnail photo. That's this video that we're watching. Yeah, 6 fingers is a compliment for Marcin, LOL. I imagine that's what it says. Not sure if you can tell, Marcin fanbase, but Davey is making fun of Marcin right now, because Marcin posted a ridiculous video that was like, oh, it's unedited, right? Yeah, it's a real compliment. I think Davey edited himself having 6 fingers just to pay homage to Marcin. Just to say, oh, if I really wanted to play like Marcin, I would need at least 6 fingers on both hands. That's what Davey's trying to say there. He's not just clowning on him like everyone else, yeah. There we go. I can smell the whoa, whoa, whoa. Dude, look at all those freaking upvotes. Heck yeah, man. Marcin commenting here is the Sore Hands equivalent of Batman seeing the bat signal. Yes. Yeah, I mean, here I am. I appreciate an insightful comment he had, that the melody sounds like it could be on an old Eminem track. It was so accurate, I was shocked. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Thank you. So many people can't spell whoa correctly. Is that how you would spell whoa? W-H-O-A? Wow. Hey, here we go. One from Danny Sapko. Growing your hair to achieve his Ponzi hairstyle just for this video is an incredible effort. Leave it to a rock bass player to call growing your hair out, you know, something that you passively do, naturally, an incredible effort. Boom! Roasted. What's up? Dude, I told you the elitism's coming out. Danny, that one was for calling the virtuoso guitar world boring. Hey, and you know what? This is actually a nice segue into the next part of the video that I want to get into, which is from Marcin's channel. So let's take a look at it. Whoa, Marcin's on tour. He's actually doing it. Look at that. Sold out, sold out, sold out. What a freaking winner. Oh my god. Now, as you can see, I've watched a lot of Marcin's videos because I went down a bit of a rabbit hole like a month or two ago, and I couldn't help but notice this trend on his channel. Take a look at this. So we have How Music Works. Viral sensation. Boom. Mega hit. 6.6 million views. I'll take credit for about 6 of those 6.6 million. Thank you, Marcin. Email me for my billing address. And if we just look at his most recent videos, so he has a collab with like Rick Beato, whoever that is, right? Some geezer. Sorry, older Sore Hands viewers. You know I'm just playing. Also, you were young once too. I didn't steal your youth. And I'll be old one day. I will remember what I said here. So he had a video with him, only 200,000 views. Still a ton of views, right? But it's not like viral sensation to Marcin standards. Then, the video before that, Art of Guitar, Marcin, RJ Pasin. Like, who is that? 5.5 million views. Boom. Like, we have to see this, of course, because then Marcin collabed with Mozart before that, only 500,000 views, which is still a ton, but it's a 10th of the RJ Pasin. So RJ Pasin's 10 times more popular than Mozart. Will Smith, only 1 million views. So it's like, who is this RJ guy, right? Let's take a look at him. Okay, Marcin, warm your hands up. Fun fact, when you're playing a nylon solid body electric guitar, you actually don't need to warm up because there's no nuance and touch that's going to change anything about how that guitar sounds at all. So you can kind of just slap your fingers against it and it's fine. There's that sweet tone. Okay, there's RJ Pasin. Let's just take a look at that. Oh man, alright, so just looking at it, we have Marcin, who we know can play guitar well. He could be playing better had he not done this silly, trivial pursuit of tappy-tappy steel string guitar, but he has an excellent foundation in guitar and in music, and he's a real legit musician. Does that mean anything coming from me? I don't care. I'm just trying to build a world here. There's a lot of evidence of Marcin's ability. We can see it just in how he interacts with the guitar, even in a mimed video like this. And by the way, while we're just doing honorable mentions like Davey504, Jacobra Records, which let me go ahead and pull this up really quick. Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place today. Jacobra Records has his own viral sensation, proving Ichika Nito is the ultimate fake guitarist. And he does a really great job of just dismantling a lot of his videos and just showing that these are, even if they're labeled live or whatever, they're absolutely overdubbed and most likely punched in and all that. And he showed it through a few different ways, and one of the ways that I think is a pretty strong indication of like a guitarist's ability is that he'd actually look at Ichika's hands and how he interacted with the strings, and you would find that there's a lot of like shakiness, a lot of inaccuracy in your fingers, and just little intermediate artifacts that I feel sort of start to go away after you've been playing for over a decade or so. Like when you watch Marcin's hands, even though it is completely mimed, you can tell like his right hand, like his rest stroke and his fingers, they move in this very practiced way. Just like watch. Like he's playing frets there. He knows what he's doing. And now if you watch this, his hands are very like floppy and they're flat, kind of pressed down. Just like watch what I see here. And even on that fast, like on that part, like it almost looks like he's like flopping your hands around like that, which obviously I'm trying to play it. It's not coming off. Versus doing it like that. But there's just a lot of those little cues that I'm seeing in this guy that he's not a very advanced guitarist. So it makes me wonder what the motivation to do this collaboration was. We'll play a little bit more and then we're going to go to that guy's channel and just check out his guitar stuff. I guess it's like, it's really funny. Alright. You know, it's like, what I'm hearing like 3 guitars right now at once. But what Marcin is doing does look like kind of real at least. Ah, that slide thing hurts my soul. I do not like. Just cutting back to Marcin. Alright. Oh man, you know, Marcin's been a really big advocate of using the finger pick instead of just using an actual pick to play those fast scales on electric guitar. This is the ultra processed, cleanest, punched in version that Marcin has, and listen to that scale that ends the phrase. It's like, dude, using a real pick would clean that up like 50% automatically. I guarantee it. I don't know, man. Something to think about. This guy showing off his Horowitz pinky there. Like, no, right? Like, none of that's being played. Alright, so, who is this guy? Well, he has like 300,000 subscribers. He has some music videos. They're all techno music, which maybe that was the appeal, just because he's sort of guitar adjacent, because he holds a guitar along with his techno music. But he's certainly no virtuoso, so I don't know. It's just like an interesting choice for Marcin, I guess. And also, it's kind of interesting that Marcin's RJ Pasin video got so many views when, again, he only has 300,000 subscribers, and his music videos are looking at like 1 million at the most. So I don't know, let's take a look at some of these. Oh yeah, and again, not gonna play a whole lot of this because I'm sure it's under copyright and Pop is trying to get paid, you know. Don't eat that. Hey, why don't you shine that in her retinas, son? Oh, he's going for it. Oh, okay. Whoa! Dude, that laser is coming from his guitar. That is such a freaking epic move. The laser mounted guitar is so awesome. Look at that. Dude, I need that. I need that so bad for the next masterclass that I attend. What better way to signify that the music is getting intense? Laser. shining it in people's eyes and stuff. I do plan on getting nice recordings of all the recital music I'm working on for my grad recital. If I were to put the effort into making music videos for that stuff, I would hope that I take a lot of inspiration from RJ Pasin, because I think that this is what classical guitar needs. We need smoke. We need explosions. We need that. Dude, I kind of want to take this scene to one of my seminar classes in school. Hey, what do you guys think this scene represents, huh? Dog, who is your luthier? Can I get their name, please? I'll take that in Brazilian rosewood, and can I get some lasers installed on the headstock, please? It's a guitar so cool, you don't even have to know how to play it. It's amazing. You guys already know my opinion on this, but I don't care that he can't actually play guitar that well, because it's all about the techno music for him, clearly. He's not trying to claim to be a virtuoso, and even if he was, I mean, if he's writing virtuosic music and like miming to it, whatever, I don't really see an issue with that either. Alright, I couldn't help but notice that he has some shorts, and they look pretty up close and personal, so let's use this as a gauge of his guitar skills, shall we? What really gives it away is his right hand picking technique. It's a little limp looking, would you say? It doesn't seem like it has the articulation that we're hearing there. It's almost like a brush stroke, you know? It's bizarre. It's bizarre to look at. Yeah, sure. Dude, it's giving Tosin Abasi a run for his money on this one. Yeah, sure. Yeah, alright, bro. Sounds like a phone ringtone, not gonna lie. Please make a song with this type of beat. I love how it sounds. This is low-key fire. Pretty good sentiments. Please pin me day 324 of becoming famous by commenting by what? Hey man, whatever you gotta do. Okay, good. It looks like Detective Kevin Trent's on this one. I don't think he is playing this at all. Not saying he can't play guitar well, but he is clearly not hitting a low note. A low knot at all. Hitting a low. We're certainly hitting a low here today. And you know, it's always fun to say hi to an old friend of the channel, Marcin. Thank you so much. And yeah. Alright, well, let's go ahead and wrap this one up here. Hey, of course, if you made it this far, be sure to subscribe and leave a like. Head on down over to Rootin's Delight for some merch. Some honest merch, of course. Hey, guitar lessons, I don't offer them, but maybe hit up RJ Pasin. He could maybe give you some videography lessons on how to make it look like you can play guitar. Of course, if you'd prefer some online classical guitar lessons from other grad students who aren't me, I can pass their information on to you if you just send me an email. If I don't get back to you soon, it's not because I hate you. It's just because I'm super busy and I have a lot of work to do, mainly homework and all that stuff. Lots of readings, lots of practice too. Practice has been good. I'll make a practice log pretty soon. Yeah. Alright, well, I'll see you in the next one.